Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is FRC, and we're starting the 2013 season with our preseason testings. So, as you know, the 2012 season finished already 2 months ago, so let's keep going with the series, and it's time for preseason testings day 1. Today we'll have all the 2022 main drivers, all the 11 teams, and we'll see all the drivers who changed their teams as well. We already have some drivers on the track, just like last season. The one session of testings lasts 1 hour or 60 minutes, and I guess this time the laps limit will be 30 if it's not going to be enough, and drivers will be finishing sessions too early, then we'll tweak it a bit for tomorrow. Right now, let's take a look at the drivers on the track, as well as we have something interesting for you as well, like an HRT livery you could already see for a split of a second, but uh, okay, let's show it. Basically, that's how it looks like. Repainted Marussia 2012, no, 2013, sorry. Just like last season, it uses these bright brown, black, and a bit of red. And just some sponsors there, like Tata Motors, another Tata, and Pirelli in the nose, but you cannot see it. And also Cosworth on the rear wing. Also feel free to join our Discord server's race streams voice chat. There you can commentate if you want to. So let's keep going with our session. I guess we can start talking about the lineups and drivers moves this season. So let's do it in the last season's standings order. So first it is Constructors Champions, then second, third, fourth positions, and so on. So let's talk about Lotus. Basically the only team that kept both drivers, or as you remember, Santin Andreoli, the Frenchman, and Adam Hidayat, the Indonesian driver. The second team is Ferrari. As you can see, one of their drivers on the screen, who is actually the second driver, but it doesn't matter. It is Vucci Carmen who joins the Marnell-based team from McLaren. Actually, McLaren decided to change their lineup completely, but first let's finish our monologue about Ferrari. So, of course, Vucci Carmen's teammate is going to be the world champion Max Miedler, and after all these moves, he is the only driver to stay in the same team for 4 seasons from 2010 when the series were created. Okay, let's change our driver or something, as we'll be talking about McLaren now. Okay, here is Daniel Fraser, who joins his third team in this series. First it was Red Bull, then it was Ferrari, basically the most unsuccessful period in his career, and now we see what will happen to him at McLaren. Of course, we wish him a good luck this season. And yeah, about his teammate, it is going to be Fernando Tost, the HRT driver in the past, who had a pretty good um, second season, and here he is. Team number 4 in the list is Red Bull. Let's find one of the drivers, and here he is, Abobovic. 3 seasons raced in McLaren, and now he goes to Red Bull. And his teammate will be Jake Teasley, who stays in the team for one more season. Yes, we're going to swap Mercedes and Force India because, except to tell you something very big, and one of the most unexpected news of the whole summer break, I should say. Oh, Johansson runs wide at the final chicane. Also changed team to Williams. He was testing for them in 2012. Oh, that's a yellow flag. Oh, Paracels is in the wall, and it was a transmission failure. GP4 mechanical issues at their finest. It's it's always either transmission or engine, or sometimes braking system failure. And also let's see what's happened to Nicholas. So, yeah, he ran wide, as we can see at the upper part of the screen. He was not going to pit, but that was his destiny, and yeah. The Swedish driver comes in for a stop. So, okay, first Williams, then Mercedes, and first India. So starting with Nicolas Johansson, who's already racing for Williams back in 2012, but at the just like today at Istanbul Park and at the first day of preseason testings, which was basically a bug, but let's say it was a part of the plan. And Nicolas Johansson's teammate is going to be Benja Rushton, who also had a good first rookie season in 2012. Okay, back to Mercedes and Force India, so what's happened there? Can I find Aditya? Yep, here it is. So basically, the most unexpected thing was that Bagus was leaving Red Bull and Mercedes were the one to react quite quickly, or not so they decided to sign Aditya instead of Rodrigo Jimenez, which was of course a heartbreak for the Brazilian driver. But let's see, maybe Force India will be performing better than Mercedes this season, and is going to be some kind of karma for the team manager. And now back to Force India. As here it is, Rodrigo Jimenez, who's definitely not expecting the move, and that's why he uses his actually custom helmet for Mercedes. And yeah, his teammate is going to be another driver promoted from HRT. If Fernando is driving for McLaren this season, then Jacob Horlicker will be driving for Force India. Next up is Zauber, and it is the weirdest choice of lineup for them. It's not like they chose somebody completely random, it's like they bought the whole team, as the Caterham drivers in 2012, another yellow flag, and it's Samit Özkan facing backwards. It's pretty funny. He's got a mechanical problem. No, he just spun. He just... That's pretty rare thing, actually. He tried to stop the car, he drove over the curb, he spun because he saw Teasley in front and decided to face backwards right at the apex. Alright. Luckily, Fernando managed to avoid the contact. Let's see who is the next one, and the next one is Alex Luan. Also really well, and Samatoskan is just going downhill. Here's Max Mittler as well as Andrew Paracelsus. So first let's see Samatoskan and his car pulling out of the... Oh, holy crap. Samet, are you okay? Oh, Marshall. That was unexpected. So let's continue with Zauber, shall we? And as I said, the 2012 Caterham drivers, both of them are going to be driving in Zauber this season, who are Rosetta Martins and Andrew Paracelsus. Just 3 more teams, and one of them is HRT, and their first driver is... Where's their first driver? I guess he's in the pits. No, here he is. It is Rain Adam, who's driving for them at the United States Grand Prix last season. He showed himself pretty well. He was trying really good until he crashed or had a mechanical problem. I don't really remember, sorry for that, but he signed a contract as the full-time driver for this season, and he will be driving alongside Hakuji Akaza, the ex-McLaren test driver. Toro Rosso is up next. Where are they? Okay, for example, Erika Hanebusa, who received Erika Hanebusa, who got a lot of podiums last season, somehow got demoted or not. Let's see, to Toro Rosso, and will be driving with this funny Angry Birds helmet. The next one is Alex Luan, who was the main contender for the Ferrari seat, but Stefano Domenicali said no and signed Wuchi Carmin instead. And finally, the last team, Sam Toscan, is already back on track after his problems right in this corner. This time he clips the apex really well and does not spin his own. So, about Caterham, they also signed 2 new drivers. One of them is Litman Pasalic from Force India, and the second one, Samet Oskan. That's it about the lineups, and I guess I can enjoy some on-track action. Santino Andrea overtakes Samet Oskan. We can also take a look at the live timing, where Abovic is leading the session by about 0.2 of a second. See if there is anyone improving, and yes, here is Max Mittler. But no, he is coming into the pits. But still he's doing pretty good and is improving by 0.3 of a second. So with his pace he might have got the fastest lap of the session. If not the order from the pits, of course. Rain Adam improves and Fernando improves as well, but both of them don't make their way up in the current standings. I've got 6 drivers on the pit lane, and one of them is Max Mittler, as we're spectating him right now. Now let's watch the replay of Aditya Bagus, who is new to Mercedes. And if I'm not mistaken, he's driving Lewis Hamilton's car, but I'm not that sure. I think number 9 was actually Rosberg's. Anyways, he's got a Caterham on his way, and it is Sammy Toscan, who is all the way down on P22, just half a tenth of a second slower than his new teammate Litwin Pasalic. Caterham are not doing good at all. Bagus is blocked, so no opportunity for him to improve on his personal best. But no, he is actually faster by 15 hundredths. Interesting, very interesting, and it's also nice to see Abush and Tarmin, the teammates at McLaren last season, at the top of the table. And they still will be as Bagus improves, but he is only on 3rd place. I guess Summit will have a slipstream now, or not. It's quite difficult to understand GP4's logic about slipstream and dirty air, so looks like only Jafari Blackwood is improving on his time. He's on P5, and he will be up into 2nd, splitting both Apovic and Tarmin. Here are 2 Zaubers on the pit lane. It's interesting to see Zauber cars, FRC design, and Williams pit box. Jafar Blackwood is on fire and is 34 thousandths of a second faster than Apovic. He's doing really good, and he's going for 3 improvements in a row, like 3 laps with an improvement in a row. Blackwood finishes the middle sector of this beautiful Turkish circuit, and now he's just 12 thousandths slower. But there's still a chance that he can get an improvement on his lap. Down the final corner, and 43 minutes to go, Blackwood will be up into 1st place. About 10th of a second faster than Abovic on the final sector, which is a lot. So let's see who else can be spectated. And it is Bagus, another Mercedes car. Don't tell me he is going to be the fastest. Actually, he will. No, but he is on second position. Like last season's day one, this time we have a lot of competition on top because it's sunny. We can see just a few clouds in the skies, and last season it was some changeable conditions, but the conditions were not improving, they were just getting worse. From light rain and intermediates to full wets. Leaving Pasalic, and if last time at Istanbul, actually transmission problem for Litmin, Mercedes cars were struggling. This time the team is Caterham. Oh, just look at this. Litmin was extremely going downhill. He's leaving a car, and I guess he's already waiting in the pits for the car to be repaired and prepared for the next run. Adam Hidayat on P5. So P1 and P2 are Mercedes cars, P3 and P4 Red Bulls, but P5 is Lotus and P6 is Ferrari. Actually, no improvement for Hidayat this lap. Or there will be, let's find out. And no, Aditya stays on 5th position. Erika Hanebusa, the number 18 driver, is getting used to the car, as it is probably the first time Erika is driving a Toro Rosso. Probably there were some private testings, but we have no information about that. And also, as we're not really showing the speedometer, actually here it is. I don't know if you need this information or not, but so that's how it looks like. It changed a bit from the previous version. Now it has this gear change counter, and of course thanks for the actual mod developers for adding this. Pretty interesting feature, I should say. So it's like Trevor changes gear 62 times every lap. Oh, how cute Ferrari is getting a slipstream from an HRT. Max is on softs and Rain is on mediums. Actually, no, super softs and softs, sorry. Or like options and primes. I wonder if there are actually medium tires. No, there aren't, so only super softs and softs. Jacob Holker improves and now he is on B18, just 9 tenths of a second slower than Blackwood. Obviously will give Renata some slipstream, so the HRT driver can improve and actually try and beat Jacob. I'm sorry, I guess I'll just stay silent now. I'm back. Sorry for the interruption, just neighbors being neighbors. And already halfway through the session, so... not again. Hope we can continue now, and also hello everyone in the chat. So, I think I wanted to mention is the new calendar for this season, as we have just about 27 minutes to go. So, let's see what we have here. First three races stay the same: Australia, Malaysia and China. Then the Asian tournament continues, but not in Bahrain, but in India, which is now the new round 4. And right after Buddha it's going to be Sahir, then it's going to be Istanbul, where the actual European part of the season starts. Then it will go to Barcelona, Spain, then Silverstone, Nürburgring, which is going to replace Hockenheim this season. It's like we're switching these two tracks every year. First Hockenheim, then Nürburgring, then Hockenheim again, then Nürburgring again, and so on. Then it's going to be Hungarian with a pretty boring race last season. Hopefully it's going to be much better in 2013. Then it is Spa-Francorchamps, Monza, Fuji, which is going to be the new Japanese Grand Prix. This last time it was held in 2010 at Suzuka. And the last three races, it's Yongam and the American Tournament, which contains only 2 races, is Kota and then Interlagos, being the season finale once again. Oh gosh, it's Erga Hanebusa, 7 here. Ooh, and that was a contact with Max Midler. It was very aggressive from the 2012 World Champion. guess I can continue with my monologues. So, with 15 minutes to go, we can talk about the new regulation changes for this season. Not like something really happened to the cars, but there are some new rules added to the whole thing. So first of all, you already know that top 10 gets points, 25, 18, 15 and so on, and 1 point given for the driver who says the fastest lap, but only if he finishes inside the top 10. So what will be new? From this season onwards, driver's injuries become a part of FRC, like we could, like it was with Dane Fraser last season. So he was replaced for the Hockenheim round of the season by uh, Alex Lohan. So basically, after a crash, after a huge crash, the driver can be declared fit or unfit, and if he is declared unfit, then he's replaced by one of the test drivers, of course. Um, so another new feature is the penalty points, which will be given to the drivers throughout the whole season after making some collisions with others, just driving dirty, taking other drivers out, something like that. So it's going to be up to 3 points per accident, and if the driver reaches 12 points before the season ends, then he gets suspended for 1 race, and then he's back to 0 points. Not in the championship, but 0 penalty points, that's what I'm talking about. Also, the thing we wanted to add for a long time is about the TV style. We wanted to add a bit more information about the races, like the previous pole sitters, the previous race winners, and it will be added to the actual stream starting from Melbourne. And if I will not be lazy, if I'm not going to be lazy, then probably we'll have an intro, but I'm not sure it's going to be really good or something like that. And the last thing is actually race progress awards. So with drivers completing races, some drivers will make some great comebacks, some will lose a lot of positions, some will crash, and everything will count in this championship except for the retirement due to a mechanical failure. So in the end of the season, all the pluses and minuses will be counted, and we'll know who is, I would say, a comeback king or something like that. So this is what it's all about. Let's remind ourselves about how the standings actually look like in day 1 with 11 minutes to go. It's Hideet leading with Bagus second and Blackwood third. Abush and Andreoli P4, P5. Actually, Toast is one of the drivers who finished the session already, and Apovic is on P4 with an improvement, just 3 thousandths of a second faster than Cintin Andreoli. Oh, he improved by just 1,000th of a second. So let's see, the laps limit today is 30 laps. Most of the drivers have about 25-26 laps, some 27 and start their lap number 28. And let's see the drivers whom this lap is going to be the last one. There are Daniel Fraser and Rosetta Martinez, yeah. Parcels left the pit lane. He has, ooh, 15 laps. That's a lot. So let's have an onboard with Lane and Fraser, chasing the Zauber guys. Two Zauber guys actually. For Parcels and Martinez in front. He doesn't go for it in the flat out corners, he even slows down not to crash into the rear of Andrew. So, will it be it or not? Will he do the same mistake like Max Miller? Of course he will not. And he's through. Rosetta doesn't actually have an improvement on his last lap. He's 1 second down. And yeah, we can already see the checkered flag near his name in the standings on the left. Nobody has an improvement. Rodrigo Jimenez is slightly no improvement as well. Anyone doing good on this lap? I'm not sure, but I guess we can have a 1 or 2 laps on board with Samet Oskan. Let's go down turn 14. The Swedish driver goes and down the main straight to start his lap. Hard braking into turn 1, then slowly gaining some speed through the flat out turn number 2. And now another hand, not really hard braking, but going into the chicane of turn, actually into 90 degrees corners of 3, 4 and 5, then a fast turn number 6, and the second straight of the track into turn 7. And now to long turn number 8. Lifting throttle a little bit so you can have some grip on the exit into the chicane of turn 9 and 10, but here we can see a Lotus of Santiandrelli, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? No, it's Adam Hidayat overtaking Summit. Let's continue down the back straight. Goes the Caterham driver. It's a lockup for Adam Hidayat, who of course is going to screw the lap for Summit. Now turn 13 and 14 and finish. Of course not the best lap thanks to Adam Hidayat. 1.5 seconds down. Jeffrey Blackwood comes out of the pits for his last 4 laps or something. Depends on if he'll make it on time or not, but I'm pretty sure that he is going to finish 3 laps, and I guess that's it. But actually, yeah, the time doesn't really count there, and after the checkered flag, drivers can complete as many laps as they want. Erika Hanebose is a slight improvement of 7 thousandths of a second. Tearsley, an improvement in his on P6, as he stays there. Hidet and Bagus most likely will stay in the first two positions. As Erika Hanebose crosses the line, and I'm pretty sure that she'll not have any improvement, and actually she won't. 300ths of a second slower than the personal best. So there are just 7 drivers, if I'm not mistaken, still capable of doing some more laps. Already 6 drivers, as Jimenez finishes his session P13. And I guess it's time for some fun statistics, as the drivers who won the preseason testing session have never won a championship. In 2011, Max Miller was dominating both sessions, but he finished second. In 2012, day 1 was won by Teasley and day 2 was won by Bagus. And does it mean that Hidet will not win the championship this season? I don't know. Let's see, nobody with improvement, just nobody, but only Jake Teasley. Also from these results of 2011-2012 we can conclude that every single preseason testings week, I should say, was dominated by drivers from the same team. Like Smitler won 2 sessions and Bugs and Teasley, her teammates, won 2 sessions as well. So Teasley, yeah, another bad second sector for the British driver. Comes down the final corner, 2 minutes to go, he stays on P6. And he is not beaten.
2 minutes remaining.
Let's just look for the driver's course in the finish line, but first Erika Hanebose comes in. She has 2 more laps to complete, but I guess she'll not come out again. There's 1.5 minutes to go. Hidet comes in as well. Sammy Toscan stays on P21 with lap number 30 started just now. And the Paracells, oh, look at him. 10 more laps. But he has only 5 liters of fuel. ADT Bagus beats with 33 laps. Look at him. Butch Carmin comes in. His session's over, just like Alex Lawrence, I guess. No, it's not over for him. He is not beaten yet. 50 seconds to go, and Max Smitler still on 7th. No improvements for about 10 minutes. except for just 3-4 drivers. Ryakaza is going to be beaten as he shows 20th fastest lap time in his first ever official FRC session. Nicholas Johansson, P17, no improvement. Jafari Blacker is going to be the next one to cross the line, and is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blackwood P3, and he stays out. Okay. Samet Oskan. Samet P21. He comes in. And Paracelsus. And he stays out with P12. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers on the track. Pagos beats. And yeah, Lon will be beaten as well. Max Miller, P7. And he stays out. Hakuchak as a beats, it was definitely a good first uh, session for him, and I'm sure he just put 500% of his skills out there, but luckily the car is just not capable of being faster than P19. At least now, probably engineers in HRT will tweak something and the car will go faster tomorrow, but let's see. Also, yeah, I confirmed just today, so tomorrow there will be test drivers racing. So 2 drivers from McLaren, Parrish and the new driver announced just today, Alex Adesamoye. Sorry if I spelled it wrong. Marky Pasalki for Red Bull and Alex Gromov for Toro Rosso. I guess they'll be driving instead of the second drivers in each team, except for McLaren, of course, with 2 new drivers behind the wheel. Jake Tilsley completes another lap, starts lap number 33, but still he is on track. Alex Loon in the pits with his Toro Rosso, he is on 14th position. Johansson pits, and it is only Blackwood and Tilsley to stay on track. Paracelsus said 7 more laps, but the Gum driver of course will have more time to drive tomorrow. Not sure why Andrew spent so much time in the pits. Let's see, Smither comes in, Tilsley and Blackwood stay out. Tilsley, however, has just 4 liters of fuel. I guess we can easily conclude that that's it, and the order of drivers in the standings will not change today. So Hirayat finishes the session first with Bago second, so Blackwood third, 2 Mercedes. Drivers are looking really good today. Then P4 Abovich and Red Bull, P5 Andreoli at Lotto 6 Tilsley Red Bull, P7 is Smitler on Ferrari for the 4th season in a row. And then the slowest driver from the Big Four is Fuji Carmen, who is still getting used to Ferrari, and he's losing 1/10 of a second to Smith around 7th. But Ferraris are not looking that good, they're the slowest team among Lotus, Red Bull, and this is a Mercedes, because McLaren are getting more like a midfield team. So P9 it is Fernando Tost on McLaren, if I recalled correctly. Yeah, McLaren. Then P10 it is Martinez, then Fraser. McLarens are really good, really close to the top 8. Then it's Parcells, Jimenez, Luan, Horlicker, Rushton, Johansson, Anausa, then 2 HRTs Adam, and Akaza, and P21 and P22. Sadly, the drivers struggling so much today with their car are Sami Toscan and Pasalic, who actually set absolutely the same lap time of 1:30.050. Parcells is in the pits, and his session's over. The engineers for Mercedes are also getting ready to uh, help Jafari make it to the pit box, and Tealsley is still going for one more lap. Oh, anyone in Sauber? No. Parcels, Parcels is just left all alone in the pit lane. I mean, there are engineers at the background, but they don't want to help Parcells. Tealsley? Maybe now it's time to finish the session. You have just 1 liter of fuel, mate. And yes, it's time. So, Hidet B1, Bios B2, and Blackwood B3. If you want to get interviewed, you can join the race streams voice chat in the Discord server. Well, it's Pier 2.5 in our commentary booth. Joined it already like 5 minutes ago, but I didn't mention it, so hello there. So that's the free practice over. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you tomorrow for the second day of precision testings with more action and more rookies on the grid. Your commentator today was Bruce Pro. Once again, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.